Part 6 process. So again, finding a balance. We want to encourage more upfront interaction early in the process before all of the money is spent, when the applicant can still respond to staff concerns, respond to neighborhood opportunities and concerns. And then if you meet the rules of the IDO, you get streamlined review. That's the big strategy. Listen up front, adjust your design as much as you can, meet the rules, get an approval. This really relies on us having good rules. And if we don't have good rules, that we're willing to improve them over time. If you're going to ask for an exception from the rules, you're going to have a longer process and it's going to be harder. There's going to be more notice. There's going to be more meetings. There's going to be more hearings. That's part of the deal. Table 611 still lays out all of the decision processes that are governed by the IDO. We took out some that are really kind of governed by other ordinances in the city and put those still in part 6, but in a different section. So the administrative decisions, there's a little bit of notice required. It's administrative review. It's supposed to be fast. Meet the rules of the IDO, get an approval. The middle section are decisions that require a public meeting or hearing. Those are a little bit more notice. There's a meeting or hearing that's public, so a little bit more input opportunities for the public. Again, still decided just based on the IDO rules. And then lastly, the policy decisions, where we're not just looking at the IDO, but we're also looking at the comprehensive plan to say, is that a good rule change? What rules really should apply on a particular property? What rules should we change in the IDO? So when we change a rule itself or the law that's going to govern a particular property, we can't just look at the IDO. We have to then look back to the comprehensive plan to find out, you know, we need some guidance. We're going to change the law here. So what does the comprehensive plan have to say about that? That requires all the notice, lots of input. Most of those things go both to the Planning Commission and the City Council, so lots of discussion about what rules should apply. So in terms of a balance here, the things that are administrative are highly predictable, but not very flexible, right? That's the trade-off. On the other end of the spectrum, the things that are one-off, where we're really saying what rules should apply on a particular property, those are highly flexible, but they're not very predictable, right? And so we're really striking the balance in the middle at DRB of those projects that are not quite small, but we don't really have to decide what rules should apply. Those are really the DRB sweet spot, where you still have a meeting required up front with the neighborhoods. There's lots of notice required. There's a meeting that people can come to and give comments, but the rules themselves are still predictable. They're not negotiated on a case-by-case basis.